How are companies optimizing telecom technologies throughout the pandemic?
So there's a couple of things that we have seen happening, and I'll just give you some very specifics. And I think this is really interesting. Is It was very easy at the outset of the pandemic for companies who had Microsoft licenses to start using Teams, and Teams had heavy adoption all over the world. But Teams is not necessarily the best all-around platform for external voice communications. Worked great internally, but not necessarily the best for the public switched telephone network, PSTN. And that's what routes all of our phone calls when we go external outside our organization. So what we are seeing is a race by traditional, I'm going to call it, if you can believe you can call it that now, unified communications companies to find integrations with Microsoft Teams so that an organization that likes Teams wants to stick with Teams from a collaboration perspective, and perhaps they're an Azure shop or they're on Microsoft SharePoint, so they really like the skin of Teams, but they're not quite as happy with the voice piece. They're looking at potentially integrating some of these other long-time unified communications platforms in with Teams. So it's a clear way to optimize that environment. And there's a whole host of companies out there that are have created really great integrations with Teams. And by the way, it is a way to save a little bit of money as well. And just some quick numbers there. You know, if you're on what's called an E3 license, that's sort of a middle of the road license to use the Microsoft platform, you don't have external voice. You've got to pay an extra $8 per month for the audio bridge. On top of that, if you want to use Teams as your external voice platform, you've got to pay for a Teams calling program. That's another $12 a month. So you're adding $20 a month per user to your Microsoft license in order to have it work as a phone system. Well, you can probably, depending on your size and how many seats you have, number of people using the platform, you can probably get a unified communications platform to integrate in with Microsoft for $15 a month. So right there, you're going to save $5 per month per user. You're going to save something, and perhaps, in many people's opinions, have a more feature-rich platform for external calling, perhaps something that integrates in with your contact center. If you have a contact center, that's also very important. Perhaps something that integrates a little bit better with a contact center platform, and again, at a slightly lower cost. So, one idea.